I want to know is this: does Republic Bank have, let's say, real estate developers, companies out there that somebody can come to and say, listen, I haven't seen any house anywhere, but as Republic Bank, as you help with the mortgages and all that, do you have people you work with that I can, engage with and choose a building so that you finance the 80% for me whilst I enjoy the facility?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. Okay. In fact, we don't want, we try as much as possible to take the stress away from the individual homeowner. And so we've partnered with over 60 real estate developers across the country. Okay. And so this gives the individual a starting point. Sometimes they don't know where they are. Some even think that we sell the houses, but we do not sell them. We only provide financial support for you to enable you to purchase. So we've partnered with real estate developers who would give you a fresh start. I mean, when you go onto our website, they are even listed, and you go through mortgage, you will see that some of them or a number of them are listed on our website. And so it gives you a starting point to select from them. And trust me, most of the time, and these are vetted estate developers. It's not as if someone is building 2 or 3 houses and tells you, hey, I'm an estate. No, we make sure that we come to your site. We have done the necessary due diligence. Structural integrity is very important. And so because you wouldn't want somebody to purchase a house and at the end of the day is using money to also do other fixtures and all that. So we make sure that all our real estate developers are also vetted the properties. And so, in fact, you are even more safe. Scouting through the real estate developers we have partnered with to purchase a home from. I'll put it that way. Of course, we allow you to, look at other individual vendors, which of course we would also go in to do valuation report to look at the structural integrity of the property anyways. But we have taken the pains to scout through estate developers across the region or across the nation. So we have estate developers in Accra, in Kumasi, in Sunyani, in Tamale, in Ho, in Takrady, Cape Coast. And so, name it. Where do you want to own your property? We've got you covered.
Indeed, we've got you covered. Now, I like that. But again, what excites me the most has to do with the fact that there are many people who, for one reason or the other, are nearing their retirement or their pension and still are having sleepless nights over how to complete their building, and you have a very beautiful package. The bit that I like most about the package is the fact that maybe they have 2 more years to go on retirement or pension. But if they have a child or they have some children who are working, the children can stand, for a better word, surety for them whilst they complete their building using a mortgage facility from Republic Bank. Yeah. Inform my listeners for me, because if you go on retirement and you don't have a place to call your own and to put your head, to rest, it's a big challenge. Yeah. We hear Juma rent car and they're saying, now I'm betting if you're on retirement, now you need dying for yourself. Sure. So what's that package all about?
Right. So it falls under our joint application module, where not just doing a joint application, even with a parent who has proceeded on retirement or about to proceed on retirement. This joint application, you could actually do it with a sibling or with a spouse. Okay. Mostly the joint application, we want to have applicants that can vouch for the kind of relationship that exists between them. So when it comes to parents and their children, we have the birth certificate to ascertain the authenticity of the relationship. And so whether the parent is nearing retirement or is already on retirement, which we have done mortgages for, you could actually take a mortgage with a working child, a child who is working. And in fact, our joint application is one of the best. At least now it gives the chance to people, as you mentioned, that have already proceeded on retirement or about to go on retirement, at least some sort of hope that, I'm going to retire in my own home. And so what we do is that once you have a child who is actively working and is in the income space and earns a good, income, you could have that kind of joint home mortgage application, and then we are able to do the assessment, the income assessment, and then voila, we are able to get you your home.
I like a bit of French in there, and voila.
What's the income range?
So, as my boss would say, there's a mortgage for everybody. It depends on your income. Of course, these are things that we look out for. When you are coming in for the mortgage, we are looking out to look at your age, your income, and also the collateral with which we are providing the mortgage for. And so, I mean, you wouldn't want to go in for a property probably in a hojo when your income can help you maybe own a home somewhere around maybe Ibuakwa. And so the income bracket, there's no limit to what we are looking for. Just bring us your income. We would give you your qualifying amount. And it's quite a very simple process. We don't waste your time. We look at your income, we put it in the calculator, we let you know that based on your income, this is what you'll be able to qualify for.
If let's say one is the child is inheriting the father's mortgage figures,
right,
but the father was somebody who was earning much more than the son as we speak.
Yeah.
How do you work that difference out?
Okay, so let's say the father is still actively working and is still earning some sort of income
more than the son.
More than the son. So let's say the father is 55 years and probably the son is around 32 years and they are taking a mortgage. The father earns around 20,000, the son earns 10,000. Around the period where the father is 55 years, the father is actively working. He's not retired yet. So they can let us know what percentages we should take for the repayment. And so if they take probably a property, we give them a mortgage of 1 million Ghana cedis, and probably their repayment is 10,000 Ghana cedis. The father will be like, look, take 70% from my income, take 30% from my son's
What if
income.
he goes on retirement? What happens to that?
So when he goes on retirement, what we could do is that, one, we could look at what the son is doing, okay? And for us, we are more concerned about being able to meet your monthly repayment obligation. That's what we are more concerned about. Probably he might have proceeded on retirement and had received a chunk amount of money. When we go on retirement, they give us our PF
the
or
tier
something,
two, tier
so
three,
or whatever it is. You could come and use it to do a principal reduction.
Most definitely.
So that you take the stress off
your
the
son
second
or your
applicant,
child. Okay.
your son or your child.
Again, who cannot apply and what's the age limit?
Right. So anyone who, if you are not working, you are not earning an income, but you want to own a home, obviously you don't have what you can fall on to make your repayment, so you cannot apply as at the moment because you don't have, the only thing you have is a dream to own a home, but you do not have the means to honor your monthly obligation.
Okay.
Yes, but those that can apply is anyone working, anyone who is 21 years of age, earning an income, a very good income.
Up to.
The limit is,
no limit.
The limit is 60 years when you have proceeded on retirement. But between 21 years to 60, you can.
And she also mentioned
apply.
that there's no limits because of the joint one. So you might be going on retirement, or you might have gone on a retirement, but your family, your child, your spouse could also take up that responsibility and continue on your behalf.
The reason I'm asking is if somebody is 60 years old and then they are going to go on retirement, they are earning money at that time, but after retirement there's no money, even though they are doing a good job. After retirement they will not work. Will that person still qualify? That's why.
Okay, so now it depends. Let's say when we are doing the mortgage, let's say you're 55 years, you are applying as a single applicant, not a joint, and we are aware that you go on retirement at age 60. We are not going to cross the tenor of the mortgage loan would not cross beyond your age at which you are going to retire. So we are going to look at your age limit and give you the mortgage. So if you are 50 years and you want a home purchase mortgage, or let's say home completion, you started a project and we would give you 10 years, depending on your age. Although the maximum loan tenor is 15 years, we will not be able to do the 15 years for you because we are limited by your age. And so we will do 10 years for you, and we would speak with you, we would make you understand. Yes, and that
also mean that would also depend on the kind of mortgage or the kind of house.
Exactly.
It should not be something that will be beyond what you earn.
Sure.
So take this opportunity to walk us through, the process of applying for a mortgage with Republic Bank. What are the documentations required?